Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Are you stressed out with finances and have no clue on how to save? Well, don't worry, because I have a solution for you. It's saving the optimal way. So, here are 3 steps on how to get started with saving. The first would be to invest in your 401k. The second would be to always make sure you have money in your bank account as well as a savings account. And the third would be to come up with a monthly budget, in which I have a handout for everybody in regards to that. So back to the first thing, which was invest in your 401k. A lot of people don't see the importance in it. It's best to start early. According to America's Fund Retirement, the sooner you begin to save, the better, because then your money will start to build interest and it'll begin to work for you. The second reason was your bank accounts and your savings. Unforeseen finances, asset protections, security, emergency, all of these are reasons of why you should always have a backup plan. There are numerous of Americans households that don't have any emergency cash, so they rely on things like credit cards, which put them further in debt instead of having that cash on hand. The third thing was the monthly budget, which is very important, especially being a college student or just having kids in general. It's best to have a budget plan and not just splurge when you get paid. It helps you be in control of your spending. You should write out your monthly expenses, what all you pay for as far as due dates and bills, and try to calculate what your gross income is so that it's feasible with your budget plan. So there are also websites that help you manage your money. 3 of those, in which are Money Manager, Pocket Expense, and Daily Budget Original. All of these apps can help you get your budget plan in effect and kind of show you how to level out expenses and how much you should have at the end of the month and each time you get paid, depending on how you get paid. So again, are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Are you tired of being stressed out with finances and you don't have a clue on how to save? Well, if you follow those steps, which are investing, saving, and budgeting, you'll be successful in trying to save money and be able to have money when emergencies occur. So, does anybody have any questions on how to save or how to get started in learning how to save?
I do. My issue with saving is that I don't make enough in the first place. So, what recommendations do you have for me?
That goes back into how people spend more than they make. I think everybody's kind of guilty of that. It's kind of like you need to write out your priorities first. If you have credit card debt, try to eliminate some of that credit card debt and keep it down and use it just for emergencies. Also, try to only focus on necessities, like what you need, because as women we tend to splurge on things we want, like hair, makeup, and clothing. So try to keep that down to a minimum. And just come up with a really good plan. Like when you have a solid budget plan, there's no way you can go wrong. So, anybody else?
How would you address on helping deal with stuff like college debt, which becomes a big problem for students?
So with college debt, I would advise that even though the student loans look really attractive, take what you need and not the entire thing, because some people tend to think that you have to take the entire amount that's offered, which you should just take like what you need for housing, maybe your books, or if you know somebody who's taking a class like the previous semester, see if they have a book that'll be the same for this class. Try to cut corners, because that payment that you get every month is anywhere between $200 and $400, and depending on, once you graduate where you're working, that can be, you can put a dent in your finances, in other words. So just kind of take what you need and try to work and pay it off while you're in school is another thing too. Anything else?